Vamos a ver a YouTube.
The Green Lantern.
Good to go on Twitch.
So we up in live on everything.
Cool beans. Refresh. Turn the music up. Turn me down. Cool. Let's go get him again. All right, get the Sherry shares out.
You know what I'm about to do now. Where Facebook at? Throw that in the Discord. All right. Got all those out.
Yes, sir. Give me 1 second. And we're going to get this show on the road. So the post was removed by its owner. Like, what? See, Meta and Facebook, y'all playing games. Nah, we gonna get this party started though. Well, I got a sneeze coming on, but it's like dancing around. All right, we should be good. Little pump fake. But we're gonna get this show on the road. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you all back to another live episode of the Crisp Logic Podcast. Your boys are back with episode number 52. It's your boys, your boy Frost Mitchell, and I got the co-pilot with me as usual.
Yes, sir. The man, the myth, the legend himself, me, Zay. Keep it 100. We are back with installment 52. We hope to have a good one in store for you on this great Thursday, Nubs Day, opening day. You feel me? Opening day. So, every day is Nubs Day
I can't, bruh.
when you a killer every day.
I can't with the nubs talk, bro.
Every
Yeah.
day.
If you know, you know. That's all I'm gonna say, man. I can't
Nubs
with
Day.
I can't with y'all, man, with the nubs talk. But this is episode number 52. No pads, no classics, no mercy, because we got some stuff to talk about on this one. And all I'm gonna say is, man, I apologize in advance if I go nuclear in the third segment, man, because the disrespect I'm seeing on social media has been crazy when it comes to the talks about the classic albums and what makes a classic and all that. But we
Hey,
got to save that
I'm
for
gonna let
the.
you cook on that, my boy, and I'm gonna let you carry. Speak your piece, man.
I got
So
to, man,
I'm gonna
because
open up the floor to you. Give you a State of the Union. You
man,
know,
because buddy, some of my a lot of my favorites is on that list, and some I get it. Others like, nah, man, y'all need to really like learn your history, man, and like think before you talk or think before you type, chat, swipe, whatever, via voice to text, whatever y'all want to do with your blasphemous takes, man. But nah, if I hear one more person screech,
blasphemy.
dog.
Blasphemous.
Dog. And the day even started for me today, man. I think what was it? Ari Spears has shared something on Instagram talking about how some girl that just like went. You could tell she never listened to Jay Z a day in her life, man. Like she was talking about, oh, he can't rap this. He's terrible. Take away Pharrell's beats. He's nothing. Blase, blase. And I'm just like, but the words she recited, I swear you'd have thought I was listening to the child of Ghostface Killer, Project Pat, and Cameron. Like it was so talking about the it's raining, raining, da 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 because it's raining, and I'm just like Jay never rapped like that. Like it took me back to like his verse on Renegade, like motherfuckers. Y'all know that I do this. I only talk about Jews. Do you fools listen to music or do you just skim through it? Like it brought back that kind. It was almost like he wrote that bar 20 years ago for people like her, man. But I'm getting too off and getting my blood pressure up too early with this, man. But we got a lot to unpack on this episode, buddy.
Sure, for sure.
Man, but nonetheless, y'all, as always, man, we are here with episode number 52. Just a friendly reminder that on Thursdays, we go live at about around 7 p.m. on the three platforms right now: Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. We need everybody to like, share, and subscribe to all of our platforms so we can increase that streaming power and eventually, start getting this thing like up and going, get some merch, and take all them natural next steps. So as always, man, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And you can find us, man, right there at the bottom, Chris Logic Podcast on all social media platforms as well. We're still looking to add to the team as well. If you into production, man, or just want to do freelance work and support the movement, hey, there's opportunities. Join the movement, man.
We welcome it all. And stop the presses, guys. Just so you guys know, as he said, we go live on Thursdays, but your boys will be live Tuesday night. All right, the 31st on the Sneaky G podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Big time Giants fan has invited your boys onto the platform. He's been on this little sabbatical, and he's going to open back up with us as the guest. So we got more information coming for you guys in regards to that, to tapping into that. So we will be making our first guest appearance on another podcast. So be in store, watch out on the socials. We will have all the information out for you guys soon. Like I said, we got some things coming up. We got some things cooking, some collabs coming. So we're going venturing out. We're gonna be on taking our first collabs, and
Mm-hmm.
hey, hopefully it's a lot more from there. And hey, get ready for the ride. It's about to be a good one. It's about to be a good one, man.
That's
Yeah,
right,
he
man.
got the hat on. I got the city edition Cincy joint on. You feel me? It's
No
opening
doubt.
day, baby. You know
No
what it is,
doubt.
Boz. You know what it is.
No doubt. Gotta support. Gotta support. My team probably gonna be trash again this season, but you know what? On behalf of my boys and my own fandom, I'm gonna tune in this year, bro. I'm gonna catch up, man. I'm gonna stay locked in. You know, we definitely knew what you meant, like with the with the tuned in. So you good, bro. But it's always appreciate your support, man. But yeah, like Zay said, man, we will be making a special feature on our one of our newfound fans out there, Sneaky G, man. Big time Giants fan. Let's just say our trip to that podcast will be sparked by a very spirited debate that we all had surrounding the legitimacy of Eli
Yeah.
Manning's Hall of Fame resume.
Yeah. Pa staying with me, but he gonna stand against me Tuesday night. And I'm cool. And I'm cool with it. Pa, you still my partner. You still my brother and him. So
I'm just gonna be there so I don't get fined. I ain't necessarily playing mediator, but I'm gonna speak my piece. But
oh yeah, he go try to rage bait. Like in the
oh for
message,
sure.
he seemed like a cool dude, but I already know he gonna try to come out with no gloves
Mm-hmm.
on Tuesday night. So I'm excited about it. I can't wait. I just know it's gonna be at 9 o'clock. So
Yeah.
hey man, oh yeah, I seen that. I seen that ass woman last night, man. I was tuned in for a while, but I can only watch so much when it's getting out of hand. Like
Mm-hmm.
we got shut out today unless they scored in the ninth before I got on. But hey, man, it's open today. It's 161 games left.
Mm-hmm.
161. So we here,
It is a
and
very long
let's have a
season
good
in
time, man.
baseball. No doubt. No doubt about it. And shout out to everybody, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in. And we are going to get the show on the road here before we get off talking to basketball and music. We're going to spin the block and take a little bit of a different turn when it comes to the sport of football because apparently, flag football, man. Big time event took place here not too long ago, man, featuring a lot of A lot of people from different walks of life, man. You know, you have some former NFL players out there, current ones out there. Some athletes in general, man. And I must admit, the flag football really caught my eye. Something that they might be on to something there, might be able to, replace some outdated events, Pro Bowl. But with that, and they got it right. But I know you was like fully tapped into that, man. We're gonna go back into the flag football showcase, man. Your thoughts on what we saw from some people that aren't known for football, some guys that were known for football, some guys that still kind of got it but might be fading. Your thoughts on the flag
So,
football showcase?
I thought the event was dope, and someone that's played flag a little bit here and there, some in college, a little bit after. Um, our boys play in it yearly with their team, 614 Reapers. But
Okay.
hey, it showed one thing, really, that football and flag are not the same. And if you're already part of that community, you already know. But the world doesn't know. So it's like they were thinking, oh, NFL guys and this big name guys that they automatically go against the national team and it's gonna be, belt the ass against the national team. Football and flag football, high end elite level flag football, it's completely different. And they put that on display. Like it's not about simply running over a man. Like if me and you come, we meeting in the hole, I'm trying to run through you. I'm not dipping the hips and swerving and doing all this and it's different. It's a different game. And NFL dudes just can't get 2 days of practicing and think they gonna go compete on a national level versus these guys. Now, are there some players that I feel can actually adjust? Yes. Do I think it's any of the superstars? No. It's a completely different skill set. Like they have the athletes in the NFL to compete at that level, but it's a different skill set, and they have to hone that in. Um, Good takeaways is that OBJ had a good showing. He got some eyes on him. Got some free agent interest. I don't know why they just thought OBJ's hands didn't work no more, but he had a crazy catch, one-handed catch in the back of the end zone. Um, Joe Burrow looked good running. Um, people was out there like, "Oh, $100 million quarterback. Why is he out there doing this with no contact?" I'm like, "Shut up! Like, let him have fun." Like, I was excited to see it. Like, like JB said, it's a completely different skill set, man. Like, two different sports, and the dude Hoss Dorset, I believe is how you pronounce it. He called him like he caught flack talking about he's better than Patrick Mahomes. I think he misused his words. Like he's not a better athlete or a better football player. He's basically the Pat Mahomes of flag. Like if you watch him play, the nigga's incredible in flag. Like, do I think he can go on an actual football field and be this incredible football player? No. I think everybody on that field is football players that fizzled out, didn't work at the higher level, and they just pivoted and moved their skill set to the flag game. Like there are some NFL dudes that can go do that. But like I said, I don't think it's any stars. Like it's dudes third string. They ain't getting a lot of burn. They can be like, hey, I could pivot over to this and go be on a national team. And somebody else made like I seen this great analogy, and it was like, hey, flag football to actual football is the same thing as pickleball to tennis. Pickleball ain't tennis.
Yeah.
Just because it's a completely different skill set. It's a different game. And I'm glad this actually go be in the Olympics. I would love for some of my boys to get a shot at trying out for that national team because I know they ballers, but they just show like it's what the upper echelon of what flag can be, and it was good for me to see. I enjoyed it. Some of the people I could like, Logan Paul is probably one of the most unathletic motherfuckers I've seen in my life.
Oh boy, don't get me started.
Speed is I show speed is flat. He fast. He regular person fast. But he not like a supreme athlete either.
No.
So, but no, it was good to see. OBJ still got it. Devontae Adams still got it.
The
Yeah, D Hop. It's funny that the Bengals is talking about bringing him in now. I'm like, no, Like I liked it, but flag is different. But I enjoyed it. Like we go win the
Mm-hmm.
gold, obviously, when it comes to the Olympics in 2 years. I think that's already curtains.
Oh
Um,
yeah,
I think that's already body bagged. But you can put those two in the gold column already. So
no
it
doubt.
was it was dope to watch, and I think it's gonna help the movement with now flag football being a varsity sport in schools in some
It
cities and
should be.
states. So
Yeah,
I think it's opening up windows, and I think it's something that should be further pushed by the NFL. Even if they, I'm not gonna say take it on, and be like
Brady still got it.
the flag foot. Brady ain't got shit, bro. Like stop it. Like he sidestepped one person,
He
but
is
he still got it
washed.
after like fucking Eddie Kane. I still got it. Nice like this.
Hey, fellas. Get him out of here, bro. Matter of fact, pack him and Gronk up, bro, out here blowing hamstrings and get out of here, bro. Like,
Nice like this. I wish
oh
raindrops
boy.
would fall. I
I
still
tell
got
you,
it, yo.
the former Patriots, buddy. Mm-mm. They look several years removed from contending for a Super
Yeah,
Bowl,
like, but
man.
I
It's
actually
like,
think them seeing them, the U.S. team in person,
uh-huh.
should really let them to be like, let it be like, niggas is different, and like,
Mm-hmm.
I, and certain players would fit better. Like, I think Kyler Murray with his size and how shifty
Oh
he is would go
man.
crazy in flag. Like how compact he is, how quick he is, how fast he is, how shifty he is. If there's an NFL quarterback that is like on that star level, he would be the
Uh-huh.
one. Like I think even over Lamar, even though Lamar is like a crazy athlete, he'll be able to do anything. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like I think Kyler would go crazy in the flag setting, like
Oh, without
crazy.
question, man. Like
But
it's
yeah, like even the way like they can move before the play is kind of like Canadian football rules where you
arena
can
football,
move
yeah,
and
Canadian.
uh, so yeah, like it was cool to watch. Um, and it was 5 man. I was surprised it wasn't seven, but it's 5 man. So,
Yeah.
but I think that's what they go run with in the Olympics is a 5 man. So it was good to see, man. And yeah, Pods, you got to be shifty as the fuck to be elite in flag football.
Mm-hmm.
Like shifty on Hall of Fame +2 to be elite in Hall of
I
Fame, like
definitely need that
elite in flag
Heisman
football
level.
because like I don't know if you seen the dude Brown, the way he dropped the hips, it was maneuvering between like three dudes and didn't get his flag snatched. I'm like, that's crazy, bro. Like that's a skill set
Mm-hmm.
that you just don't. And like you seen it with Saquon. Saquon ran over like four dudes, like just couldn't stop, like just ran him over. I'm
That
like,
again, guys that are just like natural, pure athletes like that, bro. Like just physical freaks. Like people don't know, man. Saquon's like a physical freak, dude. Like that
everybody. I
dude,
think everybody that knows one knows that he's a fucking physical freak,
like
freak.
that dude's core strength is like off the charts, bro. Like it was no secret that even though Penn State did like his time at Penn State wasn't overly successful against Ohio State, there's a reason why, like, you know what I'm saying, like they was able to throw Buddy back on kickoff and he was able to take on like right out the gate, like, you know what I'm saying, like, and the fact that he made that big of an impact immediately for the Eagles. But it's a different game altogether, man. I mean, but that's just the levels of variation of football. Same way, like, you know, not every guy could possibly go out there making it rugby. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a different ball game. It requires a different level of tolerance and, you know, skills essentially. But no, I'm excited to see like how this evolves and what this looks like, especially on the international stage, man. But I'm in firm agreement. It should be opened up to varsity play at the well, not just the collegiate level, but like at the high school level too, man. You know, because again, some guys might not be made to, you know, go out there and withstand taking hits, but they can get jiggy. You know what I'm saying? The jigginess is sells when it comes to that in particular. Hold on, we got a comment here from Money says spring ball UFL around the corner. Yeah, it does.
I'm gonna
We
try.
definitely got some UFL.
I'm gonna try to make it to a game this year. I'm gonna try to see what it's about. So
Oh yeah, for sure. Like the ticket prices ain't that bad for the Columbus Aviators, man. Like decent seats is running like about like 40 or 50 a pop. So like, you know, even if you want like great seats, you're probably looking at about $78, you know.
which is fine with me. Like
Hmm.
I'm a seat snob, so
Oh yeah.
I'd probably be in that $70 to $80 range.
That's cool.
Lower bowl.
Hey man, hey shoot, if they draw something up on Thursday night, we might take the pot on the road. You never know.
Why not? Why not?
You know what I'm saying?
3
Like, hey,
iPads.
right. Tell people like, bro, that's the beauty of it. You could literally do it from anywhere. Like, if you got the equipment, you could do it from anywhere. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, man. But not, it's definitely dope to see, man. But as you had mentioned, there was a couple of former stars out there. Some guys like a D Hop, and that case, like being able to get some shine and prove that there's still some potential depending on what team you land with. How do you see this evolving moving forward as like becoming more of like a featured thing, like you said, being able to get some of those third string guys can't fit the system, can't fit schemes, of being able to like branch out there and do this? Like, could you see a true pro league coming out of this?
I wouldn't say yet, but I say it was a great next step
Mm-hmm.
in the evolution of what it can be and what it probably should be. So yeah, like I said, I like what I've seen. A pro league, I think, is a ways away. Like I think
Mm-hmm.
more attention needs to be put onto it. I don't think a pro league could be launched probably until after the Olympics.
That's fair.
Uh, so it would be like a 2 to 3 year build up. And I think something like what happened last weekend needs to
Mm-hmm.
happen, but bigger. Have more than just 3 teams. Get like six
Have a
to eight
tournament,
teams,
yeah.
like a full tournament over multiple days,
Mm-hmm.
and do it right. Do it big. And it doesn't have to be all um NFL teams versus you can try the NFL teams versus
Mm-hmm.
that, or you can just do like a whole combine type thing and like mix it up. Like you
Mm-hmm.
get captains, you do a they do like a almost like a combine type thing. They show, just build it up, build it completely up, and y'all just pull that way or something. Like it's a dope evolution of what we could see the birth of with what flag football could be, and if it could actually be thrown to the forefront. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it's never something that's going to be prime time main TV, but I can see kids wanting to get into it because of CTE and the risk of injury and things like that. So it can be a
Mm-hmm.
realistic, different pathway for some people. Because
Mm-hmm.
there are some athletes, it's some prime athletes I've seen that just don't like contact, and so
Yeah.
pad football just wasn't for them. Like
Mm-hmm.
JB Justin, he could tell you, dude we went to high school with, Andre probably one of the best athletes we gonna see. Him
Mm-hmm.
in the flag stage, he probably be the type of dude that be on that damn national team, potentially. Like crazy athlete,
Mm-hmm.
crazy hands, like
Yeah.
OBJ type catches before OBJ was the thing. Like he like that. So
Mm-hmm.
that type of build, very shifty. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he could be successful in the flag stage. I've seen him make somebody tear the ACL on a flag field already. So like I've seen that in person with my own eyes.
That's gonna
So
happen. I mean, anytime you talk about planting, shifting, you know what I mean, trying to get contorting. I mean, hey, if they can have it on the court, they can have it in football, it can have it in any damn sport. Any of
yeah,
them.
so it can create a good avenue for other people out there. So I'm excited about what it could be, and I might have to see what's to you, JB, and see if I can get some tickets to that game too, man. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna hold you. See what's to it.
I took a look, man. That's how I knew about the prices up front. I said, man, I might have to, they playing on Friday nights consistently, man. I might have to, take adjust my schedule.
Why not, man? Why not? And like you said, yeah, Andre was OBJ before OBJ, but he sat there and practiced that shit straight, catching one-handed passes 2 3 hours.
It's insane.
Like yeah, like he practiced that shit. Full stride, just snag, never breaking stride. Like
Yeah.
and fucking incredible. Like Andre was crazy.
No doubt about it, man. Nah, it's crazy, but I mean, it does take you back like the high schools. There's a couple guys I went to school with too. Like you played football. JB played football. A couple of our guys that played the game know like there's that time of year, like especially like football season winds down. You got that stretch of this off season where like you're doing your off season training, your conditioning and all that stuff, and getting ready to for like spring practices and all that. Then track and field season kind of come around. You start doing like 7-on-7 drills, OTAs and the pros, and spring football at the collegiate level. And you got those guys, and I'm mainly talking like on a high school level, you know, basketball players, track and field, other sports or whatnot. They trying it out for the first time, man, and they looking good at the 7-on-7s. They getting jiggy. They looking solid and all that. Then that dreaded day in July, when two days get going, them pads go, the shoulder pads, the armor gets dispersed, and the helmets get assigned, and woo! I mean, times you seen it, Zay. Cats take that first hit, and they done, bruh. Like, I'm good. Same for me.
It's always the basketball niggas.
Oh, hey, they said a couple weeks in July. So many basketball players, brother.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take your job, bro.
got you a little shooting guard out there that can high flying, go across that middle one good time, run into a safety like JB. Shit done, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna stick to basketball, coach.
Oh,
I'm gonna
hey,
stick to
bro.
basketball, coach.
In order, he might
I'm gonna
get
get
through
that wicked
one.
jump shot.
Hey, he might get through one, and boy, if you smell fear coming off that first hit, bro, that second one, chin strap, helmet, pads, gloves, gone. Like, yeah, I'll holler at y'all later, man. Stick to basketball, This ain't for me. But for those guys, all those casualties through the years, man, this could be a path forward. You know what I'm saying? To just take the gladiator element out of it. But no disrespect, man. I respect everybody that can do it. You know what I'm saying on any level. But for those guys, those few that could have made it in the event that they could be able to take a hit, this might be the path forward.
Oh, for
So
sure, for sure. Supreme athletes, like it favors the supreme athlete even over like actual pad football. Like pad football, you still can get touched up,
oh
and
yeah.
you're not gonna really get touched up too much. Like yeah, you might have the occasional collision and fall. It's cool, but you ain't having somebody try to come through like a freight train and absolutely take your head off. So
Take
it's a little
your
different.
No doubt about it. Definitely going to be a lot more to come as far as that forum goes, but we are gearing to switch gears because obviously, even though it is opening week in baseball, the let's just say the second week of the madness is about to commence here in this here NCAA March Madness. So we got some stuff to talk about here. A little bit of chaos coming over that first weekend. You know what I'm saying? Some draft stocks might have been shifted. And of course, there are the elements of bracket busters, and even some jobs that got cost, man. Before we get into that, man, I know, and I'm kind of torn, but I get it, man. Your thoughts? I'm kind of going off script here, man, because this kind of broke a few. I think I want to say broke 2 days ago, man. But how are we feeling about Hubert Davis being shown the door at North Carolina? Was it the right move for them to pack him up after an unfortunate season? I mean, obviously you lost your star player in Caleb Wilson, and that really impacted the team's ability to do so. But two back-to-back first-round exits for UNC. Meanwhile, Duke is still dancing and very much alive in contention for a March Madness title. But how are we feeling about Hubert Davis, now the former head coach of the Tar Heels? How are we feeling about it?
Yeah, it is what it is. Like but he had one good run, like
So yeah, so if we retrace the
deep
step,
playoff run,
yeah, you
well,
had you had a Final Four appearance in that very first year. I
mhm.
mean, obviously, this is kind of coming on the heels of Roy Williams. Then you had, if I remember correctly, the second season they missed altogether, and this is after. Whew, you want to talk about a fall off? Them boys, man, you talking started off. There was the first time ever that a team started off as the number one ranked team in the nation and did not make the tournament and missed it, and like basically it was like in the NIT or whatnot, but. You know, yeah, JB, definitely in agreement with that. Hubert definitely had enough time. I mean, 5 years, man, and just to just slowly degrade over time.
Yeah, and then at the same time, like I said, like I'm cool with it. Doesn't really. We got our guy. That's all I care about, right?
For
We got our
now,
guy.
for now,
He's not leaving. He's not leaving
for
anywhere.
for now,
He's not leaving anywhere.
you and she might make. They might go. There's the Hawks. They might go outside the family and make that call.
Yeah,
Just saying.
they May ain't going nowhere. We got deep pockets that pay.
I'm
Even
just
on the
saying.
basketball side, we not Ohio State. We don't just pay football. We pay everything, baby. Um, but we
I
got
see
our
what you did
guy.
there.
We got our guy. But like they need, and I think what made it even more important is the fact that Duke basically got it right with their hire after Coach K. Like, what is this? It's not Schneider. What is his
John
name?
Shire.
Yeah, Shire. Yeah, so
Yep.
he's a formidable coach. I think Duke is going to be good for years to come, and I don't think Shire is a threat to go pro. I don't know if anybody's in the wing waiting. That's a former UNC guy to take over the helm,
Yeah.
but I don't think they have to. I think it'd be a short term fix, but if you're trying to get back to relevancy, like quick, I know they not gonna do it, but I think it's one player, not player. I think it's one coach that they should go for, and they not go do it. But I think he would turn the program around like that because he's done it. He's not just done it. He's doing it right now.
I'm
I'm making a
curious to see.
call. I'm making a call up to old St. John's. They'd be like, "Hey,
Ew, Rick.
come on down, come on down,
Rick.
Ricky.
Rick.
Rebuild it and get the next one in waiting, man." Like,
Tricky Ricky.
bro,
Oh
you realize
man.
like St. John, like they got like their first playoff like tourney win since like 1999 or something like that. Like he's turned it around like that, and they ain't the Sweet 16, and he did the same shit with Iona. Like
He
he's built
definitely
it
nah.
back up.
Hey, bro. He had Iona like hitting on a different level when he was there. Like it
But
didn't
we
take long
don't
for him to get
care
himself
about
reestablished.
Syracuse pots. Like, no.
Damn, you said something before I could even post it, bro. Like, damn, I was just gonna be like, Jerry McNamara. You talking about Duke or not? Accused? That's crazy. Oh shoot. But okay. I mean, I like the rig pick.
Like
I
that's
think
a short term. That's a short term because like he turns it around quick. Because how old is he? Like realistically,
Rick's
he's
up
like
there in age.
yeah. So it's
Yeah,
not a long term fix,
yeah,
but I think he stabilizes the program, kind of like what Michigan is trying to do with Whittingham. Get somebody in there to stabilize the program,
yeah,
and then get the next guy in waiting.
yeah.
They
Definitely wouldn't
need
be
to
a long
have that
term
type of.
fix.
But he'll be an immediate fix. He'll be able to get people to transfer in. He'll be able to recruit. He will be the immediate answer, but they're not going to go that way. They're going to try to go somewhere younger. Um, I think, and I don't know where they turn. Like, like they're not going down to Arkansas. You know, he'll bring the players. They're not going to Arkansas. And I don't think
I
he wants a job like that.
mean,
I don't think he wants a job like that. After Kentucky, I don't think he wants a job like that.
I don't know, man. I
But
mean, don't get me wrong. Big Blue is Big Blue. I just think Big Blue fell behind the rest of the it's bro. It's just hard in the SEC. Like I know a lot of the attention in the SEC is on football, but it's equally competitive in basketball too. Like bro, you got a lot of programs that like it's there's damn near just as many like solid squads and solid schools that can pull in talent just as much as it is in football. You know what I'm saying? So like especially with the additions of like Texas and Oklahoma being in the mix right now. But there was a name that was floated out there, and I think from the recruiting standpoint, he could definitely do some damage. If you've been paying attention to First Take at all, or those that do or do not like Stephen A. Smith, he threw out a good name, and after like I've actually known about like his impact on the youth basketball level. He threw out Kenny Smith, and obviously Kenny doesn't have like a lot of he doesn't have probably like no coaching experience, but the dude does a lot from like the AAU circuit, the youth basketball circuit. The guy's got connections in regards to like getting out to the youth. I really think that like from a recruiting standpoint, he'd be able to go in there and hang with Shire down there, and Duke can be able to pull those guys in for sure. Being a former player, being a good basketball like mind, obviously, I mean, obviously the X's and O's will be the, like one question mark with that pick, but from the recruiting standpoint, he could definitely get them going back in the right direction real quick. As far as like bringing in the guys, the
But that's the
question
thing though.
is,
We just know him as a TV talent, so we actually don't know if he can recruit.
right?
Like so, like that's just speculation. Like I think they need to go after something that's kind of like a proven commodity in the recruiting. Like so, like I don't know where. Um, they got to get it right though. Like Duke isn't about to slide. So
No, Duke is
and
very much alive and contending, and I mean, At the end of the day, the only thing missing from Shire's resume is the national championship, bro. Like, been in the top 10 in recruiting, the top five really for like the past like 5 seasons.
Hmm.
Uh, Competing, going deep on another deep run potentially right now with the squad that he's got. Produced solid picks out of Duke. Like the dude's cooking with fish grease right now down there in good old Durham. So they got whatever they do, they got to make like an impact hire. And I just don't know if it's going to be anybody within the North Carolina family that's going to be able to do it.
I
At
don't
least right
see
now
it
at this minute, they're probably going to have to go outside of their coaching
like,
tree for
and
sure.
for some reason, like I think he should start to get his name thrown around. But like, if I'm just thinking short, I don't even know his name, but Buddy from Miami of Ohio. There's no way he stays in Miami of Ohio after 2 seasons like that,
Yeah,
right? So I'm not just speaking because of this 31 and like he was 25-6 last year.
had a good season
So
last year. Yep.
like back to back years mean that you can coach up lesser talent. Now what are you gonna do when we go give you a Bugatti and we go give you money and we go put money behind you? What can you do with it? So like I think he's gonna get looks by a couple schools. But then you got to look at teams like you have to start look at assistants at like you know Kansas, or can they pull an NBA assistant? Um, yeah, so they got to get a name, and I think it has to be somewhere more youthful that can relate to the players and relate to them now. And I know it's a little different with NIL times because nobody that you go bring
Buddy.
in is gonna be able to relate to those situations, but it has to be someone that can still be relatable to that.
No
So
doubt about it. I'll tell you one thing though, they're in quite the pickle from the NIL standpoint because obviously they got a lot of resources tied up in the football team, especially with old Billy Boy over there coaching and being locked up into that contract. So they definitely going to have to make it work. Definitely got some work to do. But more talk here in college basketball as we're moving right along here, man. Obviously, a couple brackets got snapped last week, but we had early exits to two guys that are presumably right now the top two picks on the board in the draft. Kansas Darren Peterson and BYU's AJ DeBonsta. You think, Zay, with the early exit of those guys, did they hurt their draft stock at all? Or they pretty much deadlocked to still go somewhere in that top three.
oh, they're deadlocked, and AJ did nothing to hurt his stock. Like people go look at that first round exit and be like, "Oh, y'all lost in the first round." AJ had 35 points on 10 rebounds, and they
And what the
lost
rest
by
of that
eight.
squad do?
And they lost by eight. And it's not just what the rest of the squad did. Their bench scored zero.
Not a donut hole. Nothing from the bench.
Not a single fucking point from the bench
Ouch.
all game. You're
Yeah.
not winning a basketball game when your bench gives you
Gives.
zero.
Ooh, not the donut
Zero.
hole.
Not even five.
What the?
Zero. So all 71 of their points came from their starting five. And they lost by eight. If their bench gives them 10 points, they win that ball game. That's ridiculous. So it didn't hurt his draft stock. Peterson didn't hurt his draft stock. I think I'm taking AJ over Darren, but I know a lot of people flip on that. Um, I personally would take another person over Darren, but that's my personal
Oh,
opinion.
we gonna get to that.
If you talking guards,
We gonna get to that. We gonna get to that here in
but
a second.
it's also yeah, we'll talk about that. But like,
Cause that one, yeah. Oh, we got some stuff to discuss right
but I
there on several
understand it though.
fronts.
But we gonna talk about it more in that block.
I gotta concur. I don't think AJ did anything at all to hurt his draft stock. I mean, the proof's in the pudding. Only question mark about him, obviously, is his frame, like whether he'll be able to like handle the physical like wear and tear. He's got an NBA body, just really light. Kind of gives me Mikal Bridges vibes as far as like having like that real frail frame. But hell, Mikal wound up turning into one hell of an Iron Man at the pro level. Considering that he was like really kind of like light. on his frame. He just wound up being like damn near like a Scottie Pippen, early in his career, not late in his career, but now I'm back bullshit. But now AJ's gonna be solid. I would still like take him one or two. I'm not gonna lie to you, brother. I am not. If I'm number one, I'm not taking Darren Peterson. I'm sorry. The kid can get buckets. We know this. He's got a very solid game. We know this. In addition to the commitment questions, now I'm questioning his shot selection in the moment of truth because there was a couple of possessions in that game where I was just kind of like, what the fuck was that, bro? Like, driving to the right, man, hoisting up like runners and floaters, and I'm just like, what's going on, bro? You looking for an early vacation? Are you trying to win? Like, I now I'm questioning his shot selection in the moment of truth because, and I know he's still young. I mean, obviously this is college. Much longer road ahead in the NBA, but are those correctable issues as far as like shot selection in the moment of truth? This ain't like Kobe in 1998. Throwing up the air balls or anything like that type shit. But like, I just close game, trying to win. Your team is projected to make a deep run. Shot selection, I'm really really curious about that. If it's me, I don't like. I still like him as a top five. I definitely don't like him as a number one right now. Number one,
Like,
I think.
I still wouldn't be mad if you took Darren one. Like, I think in hindsight, this draft is going to be when it's all said and done. We're going to reflect on this draft, and we're going to put it in the same breath as what was it, the '03
Oh, three,
draft?
Bron, Wade, Bosch, Mello.
Is that type of like
I'm glad you brought that up.
there's legit possibly 5 to 7 guys that you can look at this class and be like, I can draft a cornerstone in the first 7 picks. It's not usually the first 7 picks you look at it and be like, I
Yeah.
can get my guy to build around for the future to be a star on my team, if not a superstar.
Uh huh.
And that's the reason it actually answers the main question for your next subject. And I get it, but I
Yeah.
don't agree with it
Yeah.
because yeah, but like this is such top heavy,
Mm-hmm.
and the thing it could even have been crazier if Cooper Flag didn't reclassify up because he was supposed to be a part of this class as well.
Boy.
So it's yeah, like it's gonna be. I think it's gonna go down as one of the ones because like even the later down, it's guys that you are gonna find that can be plugged into like winning teams now and can
Yep.
contribute day one.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be one of them ones when it comes to the drafts. Like on paper right now,
Mm-hmm.
it's probably gonna end up as one of them draft years. That yeah,
It's definitely. I think I don't know if it's gonna supersede any of those monster classes from before, like a 2003 or even like a 96 or or even going back to 84. I don't know because those three are kind of like the holy grail of like draft classes. I mean, obviously 84, Jordan, Ewing, a bunch of others. 96, guys we grew up watching, AI, Kobe, Ray Allen, Marbury, Camby, Abdul Rahim, like, Stojakovic, Nash, like mad people that got drafted. And I know I'm forgetting some people. Shout out to my boy Kerry Kittles going in that draft class too. And then obviously the 2003, I mean, hell, you got four Hall of Famers like right there in the first, four out of the first five picks, and one still playing to this day, but between Bron, D Wade, Bosch, and Mello, so it's definitely a top heavy class like you said. But there, but yeah, we yeah, no doubt, it's definitely deep with talent. It's definitely a top heavy class, and like you said, I think there's a good chance that 6 or 7 of these guys could be like franchise cornerstones for teams. But another good piece of this, they're homegrown. There's not a lot of guys like there's. I know I haven't seen one name necessarily mentioned in that's like an international player because that's really what kind of been dominating, the field. Whereas now you got like about 6 or 7 guys that are like homegrown, like right here.
I
So
see one dude from Mexico on the list that's projected to go in the first round.
yeah, but like
That's
it's
literally it right
yeah,
now that
but
I'm seeing.
But like it's been a lot of European cast that's been floating in here over the past like couple seasons, so it's gonna be interesting to see. But the one guy that I had a little piece I was getting ready to go, but I'm getting ready to scrap it because we got to get to the one piece of this puzzle of a guy that, in my opinion, and I think yours too, should be getting more consideration, not only just for top five, but number one, if you ask me. And that is the young guy that has stormed on the scene here out of Arkansas, Darius Acuff Jr. Bro, he is still not being put in the top five. And I get it. Those guys, like, Boozer, the kid from Houston, obviously the Bonsta, Peterson. I forget the other guy's name that I'm not remembering that's in that mix right now. But bro, how are we not throwing him in the top five, let alone give him more consideration for number one? Darius Acuff Jr. I know my
It's
answer to this the
it's
question, but the question
simpler
is
than you
hyper.
think, though.
What'd you say?
It's simpler than you think, though. The
I'm
answer,
listening.
and like, so you got AJ,
Yep.
you got Darren,
Yep.
right? You got Caleb Wilson.
That's who it was.
You got
Caleb Wilson. That's what I was
you got
forgetting.
you got
Coming off
Cameron
injury.
Boozer.
Yep.
Yep, you got Cameron Boozer. So that's already four. So if you
Yep.
want to throw a cuff in at five, cool. But then there's also people that got the Kingston Flemings dude from Houston. There's also a
Kingston
freshman that's a
Flemings.
dog. They got him right there. They
Yep.
got the other there's another freshman from Louisville, and then the freshman wing from Illinois, Wagler. Like
That's a
it's
lot.
7 to 8 dudes right now. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm saying
Yeah.
like that bring different things. So it all depends on where the lottery goes. Because like for instance, if you have the top two picks, right? And say as of right now, as it projected, it stayed true. It's Indiana and Washington. That's Tyrese and Young. Why would you draft a Cuff to be your point guard? They both have their point guards, right? So it makes more sense from both of those teams to go get a score.
Who'd you mention again? As the two
Indiana,
teams.
Indiana and Washington. So they got Trey Young and Halliburton. So you got a point guard. So you got to go get
you
scores
you already
for
know where
both of
I'm
them.
going to go with that, but
It doesn't matter because you're wrong about Trey Young because Trey Young is a 26 and 10 guy. Like you can have whatever hate you want, and they have AD coming back next year. So you do that, you got to go get a wing score for that roster. So you got to go a AJ DeBonza. You got to go a Darren Peterson. Like if you want a Cuff to be the scorer, but he's a ball dominant guy, it doesn't. I don't think it works. Like
I
you're not
think
getting
you,
up trading.
I think
So
you could just show Mister Young the door somehow. You know,
better than any point guard that you guys got right now.
I'm not. Well,
Right.
we know that
Like
obviously.
you're not going to continue to
We don't
shit
have
on
a
Trey
point
Young.
guard.
You're not going to continue to shit on Trey Young with this dumbass hate that you have for him. Like it's fucking stupid. Like he's a
Sorry, man.
26 and 10 guy.
He is.
26 and
Yep.
10. 26
Uh
and
huh.
10.
Uh huh. And what has that gotten him here since the pandemic?
Paid.
Traded to
That's what it
Washington.
got him. Paid. He wanted to go to Washington. He asked to go to
I
Washington.
got you. I hear you.
What are you talking about? Like,
We
I
gonna
don't know
see,
why he
man.
picked to go to Washington, but
Exactly. That's my point. I'm like, bro, like,
he
why the hell
picked
did you
there.
want to go to purgatory right
He
now?
picked there.
I guess, like, and that, yeah. Yeah,
He maybe
I
he
would.
knows something. Maybe he knows something. But I'm
Maybe
saying
he does know
at the end
something.
of the day, if they was to end up and get AJ DeBonsa, next year they go out with him, Blau. They'll go with Trey Young, Blau, AJ
Sorry.
DeBonsa, AD, and Sar. That's a crazy lineup on paper. That's a crazy
I
lineup,
like I
size
like
wise,
I
on
like the
paper.
youthful part of that five, but I don't know about the
Hey
two
man,
question marks. But
what's all about health for AD. If AD stay healthy,
Facts.
he top five.
He is.
He top five. So if you give him this year off, he come back healthy. You just won that trade, right? Because and Dallas lost another trade. That's how the way that's gonna work.
Don't get me started on the Mavericks.
And then if Trey Young is healthy and get you to 26 and 10, you get him, and then you can get 80 to give you 18 and 20 as a fucking rookie. You're cooking. You're cooking. So
That's
nah, like
yeah. It's just gonna be one
I don't
subject
like
you and
I
will.
like a Cuff. I don't like him in that situation. If Trey wasn't there, I love it. But
But
he's there.
you could just easily show him the door.
There's no need. There's no need.
I just oh god.
I'll go with the proven 26 and 10 guy.
That's fine, and I'll go with we haven't seen this man make any postseason impact in 5 years and counting. So, you know,
Who else averages 26 and 10?
It's not a lot of guys right now, but hey,
No,
guys average less and they're doing
I need an
more.
answer. I need an
That
answer since you want
that
to have a
that, no, there
consistent
isn't.
playoff success. Give me someone that's doing it.
There's guys that are capable of doing it, but
I
they
didn't say
don't because how
capable.
the
I
team
said,
is constructed.
I see your excuses that
Oh
it's
no,
not being done.
there's got. I mean, SGA could do
Right, man.
that, but he doesn't have to
SGA would
because of
never
how the team
average
is
10.
constructed.
SGA would never average 10.
He could, but he doesn't need to because how the team is
He would never
constructed.
average 10.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, Halliburton could too, but he's hurt right now, and
Hallie could never average 26. That's
he
the issue
could,
with
bro.
Hallie. No,
Don't
he
do
can't.
that, bro.
No,
He
he can't.
could,
No,
man.
he can't. He's not
Don't do
aggressive
that,
enough.
bro.
He's not aggressive enough. He'll never average 26.
He could. He's got the bag to do
He's
it,
not
but
aggressive enough. He's not
I
aggressive
mean,
enough.
but he's more of a team
That's the
guy.
mindset. No, that's the mindset thing. That means that's him. He'll never average 26.
That's
He's not mentally capable of it during a regular season.
But you know what though? Even though he doesn't do it because he's passive, that mentality got him to an NBA Finals, and we haven't seen Trae Young sniff one.
And injuries. That
Oh man,
and
okay,
injuries. Like
okay.
were they a better team than Boston?
They were not necessarily, but
Right.
again,
But things happen.
but
I'm
they
not holding
but
that
they
against them.
they were winning.
They capitalized.
They
I don't
they
take
had
away. I
they
don't
had
take
a
away,
shot
I don't
against
take
the
away
Thunder.
moments.
They had a shot against the
Ish.
Thunder. The game might
Ish.
have went different if he could have stayed healthy. Just saying.
He got hurt. He got hurt in the first quarter. We would never know.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
We'll
Like
never
I'm
know.
just saying they
And that
came
only
out.
goes to game 7, man.
Just
That only
saying,
takes it to game 7. If he goes crazy, like nah, I'm not giving you that. Like
that's fair, but I'm just saying, man. That little bit less on the point count can get you to the NBA Finals, which I don't think your guy Trae Young is capable of doing. It'll get you to a first round exit, more maybe a second one at best. But
what other star has he actually played with though?
Oh, here we go with okay. You know what? That's cool. That's cool because I make that argument all the time. For my whenever
Nobody
Tony
gets to a
puts
finals
me
by
on the team.
themselves.
No, well,
Not even nobody.
unless you're LeBron James.
Technically he went with another superstar. I mean, not superstar. He went with another All Star.
Who?
El Gauskas was a fucking All Star.
Oh man, get the fuck. So Mo Williams was an All Star there too, right?
If I'm lying,
Oh,
I'm dying.
man,
And guess
get
what?
the hell- yeah.
I ain't fucking dying.
You know
They
what?
both
Hey,
were
hey,
All-Stars.
hey,
just
Jamal
saying.
McGlure. Hey, Jamal McGlure was an All Star 1.2. I'm just saying, like it.
They were All Stars
miss me
that
with
year.
that.
Though. That's what I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Get the
I'm just saying.
Gauskas.
I'm just presenting the facts.
That's
of the
fine.
facts.
And what happened when he went up against Orlando 2 years?
The only
later?
person that didn't go with All Star, because I don't think Dikembe was an All Star with AI, and I don't know if anybody was an All Star on Detroit that year.
Nah,
I think they became
no,
All-Stars the
none
year
of them
after.
were. I mean, but
Yeah.
those were. But hold on though. That Detroit team had guys that were All Star like caliber. I mean, you had Rasheed. She was an All Star at one point.
Yeah, Rasheed.
Yeah, I mean, Billups made the All Star team.
Either that year or the year after.
Ben Wallace. I mean, granted, not an All Star then, but he did make the All Star team eventually.
Yeah,
Three-time
that's what I
Defensive
said.
Player of the
They start making them either that year or the year after. That's when they started them rip. That's when they all became All Stars.
No
But
doubt.
outside of that,
Yeah,
they're the only team to really win it without a superstar.
That
Like,
that
NBA
boy,
history.
that was you all right, man. That Ilgauskas shit, boy.
Nah, I'm just saying.
That hashtag low hanging fruit, man. Oh boy.
I'm just saying.
Ooh.
He had another All Star on that team. That season.
Boy, hey, that
I didn't vote him in. Hey,
Shit.
I didn't vote him in.
The artist formerly known as Zydrunas Ilgauskas. That's like us saying like we had an all-star center down there in Orlando when matter of fact too when they signed Patrick Ewing and Sean Kemp when they had team back, like get the fuck out of here.
Hey man, I'll just present. You gave me the case. I presented the facts.
Yeah, the facts can also be like low hanging. I'm talking like that branch is dead and scraping grass, but nicely done, sir. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Technically,
Oh,
I'm
get
right.
man, get out of here. Nah, don't be supporting that bullshit, Paz. Talking about technically he right.
No,
Man.
literally, technically,
Man.
I'm right.
Technically my ass. Like,
That's
nah.
literally, technically, I'm right.
That's
bro.
cool. That's cool. I'm gonna be equally petty next time I technically got a point. That's fair.
No, like
That's
I
fair.
actually stand on that same side with you. but like
I know you
technically,
do. That's what I'm saying. Like you definitely
but
be a petty as fuck with
technically,
that.
technically, I am
Yo,
fucking right.
man, that All Star nine was about as fraudulent as Jamal McGlure's. They voted his ass because they there was no other centers in the East at that time. Like, go ahead, bro.
Hey, you say what you want. Refer to that man
Oh
as NBA All Star
shit,
for now and forever. All
man.
star.
Oh god. I mean,
So
it only took for like Mutombo to be halfway retired. You know, Alonso Mourning to have like the medical issues. You know, for Jamal McGlure and
hey
Judas
man,
Ilgauskas to make the All Star team.
that's one thing I learned in sports. The best ability is availability.
That's
Hey,
a fact. Indisputable. That is a indisputable fact. I will never disagree with that. But we got way off subject, man. But Darius Acuff Jr. definitely deserves a hell of a lot more consideration for that top pick in the draft. But I'm gonna throw a monkey wrench at you real quick, because this one kind of got me a little tight. They are saying that this guy, while in college, was better than Allen Iverson. Do you agree or disagree with that
they're
take?
completely different bills. They're not even fucking
They
comparable.
are. They are. They're two totally different guys, two totally different
You talk
eras.
about a 6'5" guard to a 6 foot guard. Like they're completely different. Completely fucking different. And a cuff is more of a slasher. Like their games aren't similar. Like I've seen the thing like, oh, AI speed. Like he's not faster than John Wall. Like let's
Right.
be
Who
real.
was arguably the fastest guard we've seen next to Derrick Rose. Like those two are
And I'm
probably
a
neck and
and
neck.
I'm a John Wall guy.
Right.
Like like John Wall could damn near do no wrong in my book when he was at Kentucky that 1 year. So like he's not even faster than Derrick Rose.
Who
And
was fucking.
but I will say this though. You fight people can fight me on it. I'm not like sure. I think he's a better natural scorer than Rose as a freshman at Memphis.
I can agree
I'm
with
not
that.
saying
That's
I'm
fair.
not saying he got to Rose took it to a whole nother level once he got to Chicago.
Of course, had no
But
choice, but yeah.
and Rose was nasty. But I think as far as like natural scoring ability, I think he's a better natural scorer. But I think Rose was more aggressive than he is because he averaged less assists. He's more scoring, but he's doing both. So it's almost like he's almost like a fucking Harden that defends, honestly. Like 6'5", 210 pounds,
Yeah, I get you that.
gets 20, I think he's averaging 25-7 or 25-8.
Shooting
He
40%
has
from downtown. Yeah.
he set Arkansas's single season points record and assist record. He also defends. He controls the paint. So
Yeah.
that's kind of what I would lean to if I was to give him a comp. But he plays both sides, so it's almost like I don't want to give him that nod either.
Who you go compare him to?
Like a more aggressive Penny, like
Similar, being tall guard, aggressive, score,
I like a cuff a lot, like a lot.
Yeah.
I just don't know. Like it depends on what team I'm the GM of and where I'm drafting at. Like I like AJ. Like
Yep.
AJ screams all NBA talent to me when I watch him play. Like I don't think there's anything that AJ can't do on a basketball court. I'm not super so. I think Darren has the biggest bust or boom probability between them. Between the like the five. Like I could see him being extremely good, or I could also see Xavier Henry out of him. So because if you know about Xavier Henry, Xavier was one of the ones his 1 year at fucking Kansas too. So
Oh, Xavier Henry. Got you. I remember him.
Henry. It's
Henry.
Henry.
My
Xavier
apologies.
Henry.
I remember.
Because I was like, shit, that's Xavier Henry. Nah, it's Xavier.
I remember
Henry.
that. Remember, I used to go crazy with him on 2K for like a hot second, bro.
Yeah,
He was
so-
like hell athletic.
Yep. So Xavier Henry, because he was born in France.
I was gonna say that's what it was with him. It wasn't Xavier Henry, but Xavier Henry.
Yeah,
I forgot.
Even though he's American, he was just born in France because his parents were stationed there. So he takes their enunciations. Xavier Henry.
Got it.
Truth, man.
I get it. I get it. I mean, I would figure, y'all share the first. Well, you kind of share the same first name. I
The
figured you'd
exact
have
same
some
name. We
knowledge
just that's how my name would be pronounced in
in
French.
France.
Xavier.
I
Xavier.
got you.
That's but that's why I don't think a cuff is gonna be a bust. Actually, I know the perfect comp to him. He's a better he's a better Harper, Dylan Harper. And Harper gonna be nice.
Harper's gonna be solid. Give it about 1 or 2 more
I
years
think
for sure.
I think I think he's ahead of the curve of Harper. Exact same
Oh,
build,
absolutely,
exact same
absolutely.
style. I think he's better offensively though.
No,
He's a
Darius is
better
NBA ready, like
he's a
without
better he's
question.
a better Dylan Harper, and I think Dylan Harper is gonna be a hell of an NBA pro. So I think Dylan Harper is his floor. So
Got you.
I don't think you can go wrong with drafting like if they came out and drafted him first overall, I wouldn't be pissed, depending on who it was. Like if it's Indy, I'm pissed. Like you take fucking AJ. Dude, you put him with fucking
You
Halliburton.
have to take AJ if you're Indy for sure.
You had to take him. But if it's the Kings, I get it. Go get AJ. Because then you be like, we go bring
You
we
need a
go
point
we
guard though. I mean, I know they
he is
got
a
the
point guard.
recycle. Okay,
Like they need a guard.
they need a
They
guard.
need a
Period.
point guard. If Sabonis come back, get
Pack up the Bulls West.
get them the get them the fuck out. Like DeMar DeRozan is so
Oh,
inconsistent. It's sickening, but
oh,
like legit sickening.
he's.
Dropped 41 and
Can
came
we?
back the next day and had two.
Hey, can we finally like throw him in the washer, bro? Can we throw him in there with the Arm and Hammer and Tide? Like he's not a star anymore, bro. Like he's a contributor. He probably should be coming off the bench at this point. I know the mid range game is still elite, but D roll, it's about that time, bro. Like I don't know.
Nah, but I'm big on Darius. Like that's the reason I got them actually upsetting Arizona tonight. I think Darius gonna have himself a night,
Okay.
and I put the money where my mouth is on that one. I bet on that one. So
I'm not going to Arizona, bro.
hey
We're
man,
gonna see.
Darius a cuff. I think go out there get 30 plus and yeah 30 plus and about 8 assists tonight. Hey man,
Against Zona, bro, against them cats. Ew.
NBA stars show up and look different versus college players because even when they was struggling for a little bit in their second round, I was like, yeah, they keeping close, but what they gonna do when the NBA dudes say, "Hey, I'm gonna go be an NBA guy real quick"? He had 22 in the second half and did what he wanted.
Yeah, no
Like
doubt.
Darius is like that. That's the only issue. Today he can't turn it off and on. He got to be on from go. He got
No
to be on
doubt.
from go. So
No doubt. No doubt. No argument, my guy. Nah, I think we're all in unison, man. Darius Acuff, put some respect on that young man's name. Be out on the lookout for that name. He's a future NBA star in the making, the next coming of those John Calipari tree of guards for sure. So definitely stay tuned, man. Mr. Acuff Jr. is going to be one of those guys. But that's about it, man. And also be sure to tune in. March Madness will be tipping off again here this evening,
I think
as
they
well with
already
more
said
games, more basketball to come, and we'll see whose brackets survive the next 96 hours. Because we will be at the Final Four effectively at the end of Sunday evening as well. So, but we
Yep.
are not entering the final stretch of our podcast here for this evening. And boy, I have been waiting on this one for all damn week. Like as soon as I started seeing these posts, I said we got to settle this shit right now because I'm over it as well. But there has been a couple of social media posts that have been circulating here recently that talks about our beloved rap industry and hip hop and the strength of like the greatest MCs ever. But there's a nice wrinkle that throughout, and I can't remember the name of that group that I follow that I give way too much damn energy to when it comes to like hip hop debates and a lot of the bullshit ones. But they threw up a nice one recently talking about the best rappers to never have a classic solo album. Nice concept. I'm good with that. However, some of the names they had on that damn list, I'm like, what? Stop. Cut the bullshit. Because, buddy, some of these guys that were thrown on that list here, no. we ain't doing this, bro. But third segment here, we're talking about great rappers with no classics, and we are going to throw around the consensus. There was no particular order, but there was a consensus top 10 of guys that were mentioned in this list, and I'm gonna go over that here shortly, and then maybe eventually post it here in the chat. But I encourage y'all to chime in. Certain guys, certain legends in the game that were mentioned. Let me get over here and get to that outline. Guys that were mentioned on this list as far as like greats that didn't have a classic. Black Thought, Method Man, Grand Puba, Andre 3000, Inspect the Deck, Fabulous, Jadakiss, Cannabis, Busta Rhymes, and Ludacris. Some of those guys on that list, I concur. Maybe not commercially successful, however, but there's a few on that list. I'm like, hold, stop, cut the bullshit. We gotta relearn our history real quick and recite this here. So Zay, I'm gonna go one by one on these guys that were mentioned, and we are just gonna, kind of do a temperature check and see where we at. Or if these guys have had, some lists. I'm gonna throw this up here in the chat as well too for everybody. Um, Real fast. But your thoughts on this list and where the debate is at right now for some of these guys that were mentioned. We're gonna go through them one by one here in a second. And my bad. No, don't, let me actually switch this up real quick before we get into that. Let's talk about it. What is the criteria for a classic rap album? Like, what makes a rap album like a classic? Like, and then we'll go down this list and see like where the bullshit lies at.
I would say my number one is repeatability.
Okay.
That's my number one. Um, young nigga, respectfully, shut up. Money.
Oh, they might say some dumb shit, bro. Hold on, man.
Chicken and Beer is a classic album,
No,
bro. Like,
his first four albums damn near are classics, bro. But
um, repeatability.
mm-hmm.
Uh, it doesn't have to be no skips. There's hardly any albums I feel have
Mm-hmm.
no skips. Um, that's what my two is the repeatability
Mm-hmm.
and
We got you.
the skips. Like because, but it's also still so subjective,
Mm-hmm.
right? I don't really care about the cultural impact, right? You're
Yep.
just talking about the cultural impact of it. To me, that is what it does commercially,
Right.
because like not even in the hip hop space, but like it's a few R&B artists that I like.
Mm-hmm.
Their projects to me,
Mm-hmm.
like a lot of people may not know about Snow Allegra.
I know
Her
about
first
Snow.
two
Oh
albums,
man, I
her
love
first
about.
two albums are classics to me because to
Uh-huh.
me it's almost no skips, and I could play it straight through. So I would throw that into a classic type of an album. Her
I
first two,
concur. I fucks with Snow Heavy
but
too, bro.
that won't be to the masses, so
Of
it won't
course
have a
not.
cultural impact.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I'll say Chicken and Beer. I never really listened to Busta like album wise, so
I
can't
got
go
busted.
that.
Trust me, I got busted.
Cannabis, I didn't listen to him.
That's one of my guys, man. But
Jada,
yeah.
I fuck with Jada, but I don't
Mm-hmm.
think Jada actually has an album. He has moments. He has ripples in time.
Kiss the game goodbye, bro. Come on, man.
I don't see a classic album.
Kiss the
Uh,
game goodbye. The first one, we gonna make it.
so
Come on, man.
to me, no. Like I said, it's
Oh.
subjective. Because my thing
Okay.
is like I say fabulous. The thing is this though, with fabulous, he
It's
doesn't have a classic album.
what he's
It's his
got.
mixtapes.
Yeah, I'm about to say the
It's
nigga
his
might be he
mixtapes.
might be the best mixtape artist in history.
So and then Andre can't even be on the list because he doesn't have a fucking album.
Thank you. Can we stop
So
saying that the Love Below is an album because you can't buy that album without buying Speaker Box? That is a Outcast project. You cannot buy the Love Below by itself. You can't do it. It comes with Speaker Box, bro. Period.
yeah, so he doesn't have one.
Yep.
Meth,
This one hurts.
I know what meth is lyrically,
Yep.
but it's a difference from being lyrical and being able to put a project and a song together. And I'm more familiar with meth as a group with Wu
As a
Tang
collab. Yeah.
more than an individual artist.
Mm-hmm.
So That's where I stand with the people on that list.
Yeah.
Busta definitely has moments to me where it's just like, because I can't go a full projects. Busta got some shit that's like, when people talk about like cultural impact, that
Mm-hmm.
bust it, bring it, bang, watch, cause a cultural impact. But does that make him? That's not a classic moment, even though he turned that one song into a fucking album, basically, with
Talking about
all the
touch it.
remixes. Yep,
Oh
with all the
yeah. I
remixes.
mean, he had like 4 or 5 like damn remixes out there. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I concur. That's pretty much the basis. I mean, I give maybe 2 to 3 skips at best. Definitely gotta have repeatability. You gotta have like you gotta have. It's gotta be diverse. And when I say diverse, you gotta be able to hit on all the elements of like what we judge these rappers on. You gotta have the some commercial appeal. You gotta have the ability to like. It's gonna make it on somebody's like legendary list of like whatever era or decade it's in. It's gotta be it's got to have a few collabs on there because I don't think nobody's like solo album was like a classic. Maybe outside of like Jay Z with the Black album with hardly no features. Um, not too many guys can produce something like that. Outside of that, I think that's the base criteria for it. Now, the Busta Rhymes piece, and you're talking to a lifelong resident Busta Rhymes fan. I've been rocking with Bus going all the way back to Leaders of the New School. Key reason behind that is, man, he reminded me a lot of one of my uncles, man, that passed away a few years ago. As far as like having that kind of like in your face, like high energy type deal, he reminded me a lot of him from like the mannerisms and stuff. But if we are going to do our homework, we can go over the albums. The Coming featured Woo Ha, featured Ill Vibe, you know, all those tracks on there. I can understand why somebody might make the argument that that's not necessarily a classic because it wasn't commercially appealing. But a lot of people remember Woo Ha. They remember the joint, that the remix that he did with ODB and all that. But I get it. It was a little wild. It was definitely like Busta Origin energy. But here's where it gets serious. When Disaster Strikes features from key tracks from that album. Turn It Up, the remix, Fire It Up. You got Put Your Hands Where My Eyes Can See. Now that song right there, cultural impact. How many times have we seen that sample and that beat used since then? You know what I'm saying? Like shout out to Scott Storch, but that beat doesn't get the admiration that it gets without that song. Put Your Hands Where My Eyes Can See being up there. You got Dangerous. You got, I mean, Bus was cooking on that. But the one that, and I can even understand because there was a lot of like non-commercial tracks even on that album where you could be like, nah, Bus ain't really hitting like that, man. It's too different. It's too eccentric. You know, outside of my wheelhouse. Well, buckle up, folks, because his third album was the Breakout Party that went platinum, flat out. Third one, 1999, ELE. Main tracks off of that album, you got Give Me Some Mo, you got What's It Gonna Be with Janet Jackson, you got Party Is Going On Over Here with the Flip Mode Squad, you got Tear the Roof Off, you got about 4 or 5 hits off of that album alone. And again, you got a crossover track with Ozzy Osbourne. You got a collab with Mystical. You know, he does his flip mode track with the squad and all that. But again, that album, that one, like, you know, we like just the music videos alone from that shit. Like people still remember that joint with him and Janet Jackson on What's It Gonna Be, you know. And there are cultural references all the time. You know, when people talk about some give me some more, you know, anytime somebody is short on some shit. But I mean Busta
Let's
Rhymes,
go.
you know what I'm saying? Like that is a classic album, bro. Like that album has no skips. Like I mean, you might maybe one at best. Like you might be able to sweep one because even though some people felt "Do the Buster Bus" was dope, now I'm a big time Busta Rhymes fan, and I say I most likely skip that one when I'm listening to that album. But you could go further. Anarchy, that was his first like turd of an album. I'll admit that. You know, the dedicated fan will like that, but commercial fans won't dig that. Then you got the Genesis, Passive Cavassier, Break Your Neck. You know, you got people was definitely the motherfuckers really want drinking Cavassier till that joint dropped, especially the remix with P Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Just so much shit that Bus did, and obviously you hit on that point with Touch It from the Big Bang theory. You know what I'm saying? But nah, man. I mean, Bus has got some classic albums, man. Like it just ELE alone keeps him in that. It takes him off of this like disputed list. Um, Going back to the actual list, like inspect the deck. Unless you're a dedicated Wu Tang fan, I mean, obviously Deck's one of the best lyricists to ever do it. I can understand if you wasn't feeling, uncontrolled substance. I was feeling that. I still like spin that every once in a while. Andre 3000, granted, feature king, collab king. He is Outcast. Outcast is him from the rap standpoint. I'm sorry. Might have had a shot with the flute album if we had a rap track or two on there, but I digress. Black Thought, as much as I want to say it, he is more so for, at least from the solo standpoint, he's more so for the true hip hop like Philly crowd in the lyrics and not a lot of commercialism with the sound. But if you open it up and include the roots, but he got some classics. You know what I'm saying? I still listen to How I Get Over to this day. You know what I'm saying? With the fire joint from Fight Night Champion and featured in the Creed movie, and I still go back and listen to How I Got Over in the heartbeat. But and obviously the joints he did from the '90s. The joint he did with Erica Badu and a lot of those. But and Ludacris. Ludacris had like four in a row classic albums. Like each one of Luda's first four albums hit. Like Back for the First Time, obviously Southern Hospitality. What's your fantasy? If you ain't into all that, word of mouth alone locks that argument up for Ludacris, bruh. You're talking like it went four times platinum. How many hits? Saturday, area codes, move to get out the way, roll out. Like, come on, like, welcome to Atlanta. Like, where do we stop? That album literally had zero skips, zero. And, like there was no trash tracks on that album. If anything, you might be able to throw away some of those skits. Some of them shits was funny. Some of them you could have threw in the trash. But and then I had to get reminded about the red light districts. I was like, the red light district. I said, hold on, let me give it a quick spin real quick. And damn, number one spot, the potion, pimping all over the world. Like, like I ain't gonna lie, I was like a couple. I was like, man, let me get in for this. I was listening to the intro to that joint and number one spot. Like, hey, man, that's what I'm talking about. Was stand up on that one or was stand up on chicken and beer? No, get back was on the red light district. That's right. Stand up was on chicken and beer. But like, come on, bro. Like, stop it with the ludicrous slander.
You
We
said all
gotta.
that and didn't even mention fantasies with
You know what I'm
Shauna.
saying? Like,
Like,
yeah, like what? Like y'all gotta stop, bro. Like y'all remember is like him with the braids and like the animated shit. Like Luda was dropping some joints. I mean, bottom line, you don't get blessed with remixing a classic track from Quincy Jones if you ain't putting out no classic music, bro. Like if you ain't that guy, you're not getting Quincy Jones's blessing to like put out some fire ass music. So the slander of those guys in particular has got to stop in general because buddy, I'm like, bro, what are we really talking about here, man? But definitely like culture impact, consistency, definitely got to be key features with this here in general. So now there's obviously the bullshit that people have been spewing out there because it gets deeper. People try to say some of my favorite guys, like Royce the 5'9", didn't have a classic album. I'm like, how the hell did he not have a classic album, but it won album of the year? The Book of Ryan, if you know, the Book of Ryan was a dope ass fucking album. It literally had no skips. Like whether you rock with his music or not, that on one in there got him into like that takes him off that list. That shit's got to stop. You know, and like you kind of going back to that point that you made earlier, like people mess with I too mess with Snow Allegra, but I'm gonna give you another heralded MC that unfortunately he's retired, and I'm still pissed off at the fact that he won't make no more damn music. But periodically I hear him popping up on people's like some like with like tracks with like Ransom and other guys here that Joe Budden. I bring that name up, low hanging fruit. Everybody goes to pump it up. Like my man ain't cranked out like God knows how many mixtapes and actual albums since then. Now, granted, they didn't get the commercial push that they should have, but in my opinion, Joe's got classic albums. But I know Joe's music is dark as fuck, and it ain't for everybody. I get that. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people really don't rock with the darker stuff, which is the reason why he kind of got dropped from Def Jam. But like, you don't piss off the Jay Z's of the world with if you're not like making like good music at some point. So like it's subjective. It's very much subjective. But like the mass disrespect just because you don't fuck with the music, like you gotta respect the numbers that these guys do. And then there was other pieces and other guys that got dropped into this, and let's just say some feelings got hurt because somebody, of course, the Eminem stands of the world try to come out and say, "Well, look at the sales numbers. All of Eminem's albums are classic." Sure about that?
Don't get me started on Eminem.
Y'all sure about that? Because I haven't heard a great album from Eminem since the Eminem Show. If we're really going to be honest about it, he hasn't put out a classic album since then. And even then, the Eminem Show is very subjective because it was featured heavy and it had a lot of other people on there: 50 Cent, D12, Obi Trice. It was very featured heavy. The Slim Shady LP, Marshall Mathers LP, cool, but M does not have the resume that a lot of people are going on. Like, bro, like when I say this subject got me cooking so bad, have you seen the movie Sinners by chance?
Of course.
Okay. I just want to double check. Like when this subject got going, bro, it really got me thinking about like even the roots and the concepts of that movie, talking about like how when they say like when it comes to like rap music and the culture, they take it from us. Do we have that same kind of energy for Eminem? Because a lot of people want to shift that shit towards Drake because he's Canadian and all this shit. Can we not shift that towards Eminem at all? Or does he have the diplomatic immunity that a lot of these stands want to give him when it comes to that? And not because if you ask me, that's what inflates the sales numbers. Because people want to call him the greatest because of like the album sales numbers and all that. I'm like, well, he's got cross appeal through multiple demographics and around the world.
But see, I don't like that argument either, though. And I hate to take it there
Mm-hmm.
because you can't use that type of metric to say to validate Eminem
Mm-hmm.
and then discredit someone else. Because if that's a metric,
Mm-hmm.
it's clear who number one of all time is, and it's not fucking close. And I don't even got to say his name. You guys know what the fuck it is. And so,
Humor me.
so
Humor me. Just say it for those folks in the back.
it's clearly because of the boy. The honorable thing is to give him the loot. but
Can you just open this
but
now? Someone
you
get
know
right right now.
that's still subjective.
Right.
But
Right.
people don't want to use the numbers when it comes to him. But they'll use it like, oh well, look at the commercial success of Eminem.
Mm-hmm.
Rehab. Have y'all listening to Rehab? Like, so I'm
Garbage.
like,
Like, bro, like how many turds did he drop back to back to back? Like Encore, more like a greatest hits compilation. Man, Relapse. He said it himself. It was trash. He hates that album. And he made this shit. Recovery, garbage. And he was on the drugs at that point. Marshall Mathers LP2, garbage. Revival, oh, Career was on life support after Revival came out. But then he drops Kamikaze and, starts dissing people and gets away from the Slim Shady shit, Boy had a nice big fat hole in his resume for the longest that people don't want to talk about. But my fault. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead,
oh no,
continue.
you didn't, because that I I kind of stopped listening to people when people put him in the top five,
Mm-hmm.
in a top five. Like, and like I said, it's subjective, but like not I'm not trying to make it a race thing, but if one of us rap like him and his subject matter, we wouldn't pop. It pops because of who he is. But
You would get blackballed just like how Joe Budden did,
you'll get
essentially.
he'll be Hobson.
Hobson too. Too
Like
dark. It'd be too
Hobson
dark. Yep.
Hobson is basically the black Eminem. And a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people don't know who Hobson is. They rap a very similar style,
Mm-hmm.
very similar content.
Mm-hmm.
That's who he would be. But that's a hard conversation for people to have and a pill to swallow. But it is what it is, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm not gonna say he never made good music. I just can't put him in my top five. But I'm also someone, because of how we just talk about longevity,
Mm-hmm.
why I can't and don't put Pac and Big in mind. The sample size is too small.
I can respect
Like,
that.
so it is what it is. Like,
Yep.
you can't feel like longevity on an album makes it a great album. Yeah, you can say they had a great album, but I can't throw them into greatest rappers of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Not into that discussion.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Personally, if y'all want to, fine. I won't say you wrong, um, but I just don't agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I mean, I don't get me wrong. I totally can respect where you're coming from, especially with the Pac and Biggie talk. I mean, obviously they had one of the smallest sample sizes like ever. I mean, you could talk about all the ghost tracks and the fake collabs that were done like post mortem all you want to, but the stats are the stats. I mean, hell, you started seeing shit pop up that had like recycled lines from other songs at some point when it came to both of those guys. So like it's one thing to live in the studio. You don't live in the studio for that long to produce like another decade worth of like ghost albums. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I would respect anybody for that argument, but I think with those two, it's an emotional thing, obviously, because of the way they were taken too soon. But I think their cultural impact and them being at the top of the game at the golden age of the rap industry, back in the '90s, obviously with the whole East Coast West Coast thing and it being going beyond music. I think that's what really kind of like continuously ties those guys into it. But at the same time, kind of has a lot of parallels to the greatest of all time talk when you come start talking basketball. You know what I mean? Like people can't let go of the and I mean I get it. You got a strong argument, but there are holes in the resume with Michael Jordan being the greatest of all time. Just like but it's like people are too quick to dismiss what LeBron has done, or even Kobe for that matter. They're too quick to dismiss what LeBron and Kobe did after the fact because of their emotional attachment to the impact that Jordan had on the game. You know what I'm saying? But it's definitely subjective when it comes to that. You could definitely make a hell argument. Hell, I'm only talking about what did I miss? Ironically, no, we're still talking about music. Mainly, we're talking about here like cultural impact and like how it's inconsistent enforcement when it comes to like people wanting to lean on album sales and saying, well, look at that automatically like makes that guy like great. It almost kind of falls into the same line with the ring argument when it comes to like pro basketball. When you think about it, it's too easy to lean on that as like being a piece of the puzzle. So, but nonetheless, getting back to the original piece of this, man, because we've dabbled off into like a different piece of it. Another part on this, because you kind of hinted at that earlier, Zay, talking about Fab, like where he might not have like the album piece of it, but we know what he's done from the mixtape standpoint. I mean, the guy has got mixtapes that's been put
soul
out there that,
tapes, soul tapes.
bruh, and I'll be the first to admit. I even think I told you this. For the longest, I wasn't a Fab fan, and I think it was because there wasn't a lot of commercial music being pushed out there. But buddy, when I started listening to them soul tapes, bruh,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
hey, I was like, if I ever said anything negative about Fab, I apologize.
Fab is easily one of the best punchline rappers to ever do it.
Without question.
Easily,
maybe
easily. Like
maybe second only to one guy that he did a very underrated joint album with Jadakiss. You know what I'm saying? Like,
like he's one of the best punchline rappers. I damn near am ready to put him in my top five, but he doesn't have a classic album. His albums were never commercially, but
yeah,
one of my top five like favorite. He's one of my top five favorite rappers. Like, cause
I
I even like his
respect that.
style and like the way he like his probably biggest commercial success was the song with Tamia. So,
Yeah,
but and that was a long time ago. Like
I
that was
mean,
like
wow,
at
yeah, I mean,
20
come on,
years.
y'all can't deny it. Like
Like
he had a pop right out the gate. It's just he didn't do. People a lot of people expected him to be like the next like Jay Z or Nas, like what I'm saying on that level.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like he was cooking with Lil Mo for a hot second, bruh. Like, but But again, Fab at that point in time was like one of those feature kings, man. And I think that's where a lot of it, you got to give guys like their credit because some guys are just strong as featured artists versus being solo. Kind of going back to the whole point, like with Method, man. Like Meth's albums, you might not be a part of the Tikal, you know what I mean? You might not be feeling that, but who who could in their right mind say that the joint album he did with the original Blackout with Redman? How could anybody say that's not a classic all time hip hop album? You know what I'm saying? Like that one alone again, zero skips. Shit, on the right there, I still might listen to the Rock Wild. I still say that song should have been a hell of a lot longer. You know what I'm saying? So, um, but do you think that hurts in the case of like a Fab or a Method Man with them being like mixtape kings and feature kings versus the soul? Do you think that hurts their case as far as like having the whole classic thing, or in your opinion, would you hold the mixtape resume just as high as you hold the album resume?
I personally hold the mixtape just as high because it still was solo projects. Like they were his projects.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's my issue with like the Andre take when people are like, oh, he's my favorite. What do you rap on though? Like by like he has a couple of features, but like you're taking like the smallest of sample size and be like, he's this great. Like he was able to cultivate a bars to like a 16 on maybe 10 different occasions that like outside of an outcast song.
When 16 ain't enough.
So like I'm not saying he's talented. Like this, and he's so disrespectful to music that he told y'all to wait. He made y'all wait for this album. Said he had this rap album coming out, and then he gave you a fucking electronic flute album and named the title of the first song was like, I started out making a rap album, but I started out making a rap album, but the flute took over me, and now I made you an electric flute. That's like the title of the first song. It's like a whole sentence, and like that's like how every song is titled. Like he's so disrespectful and just plays in motherfuckers' faces. Like,
Oh man.
and if I got him right, that's a mark against you, bro. Like you did what you
It
wanted to
happens
do,
so
so I ain't mad
often.
at it. But
Yeah.
like they was wanting a rap album from you, and you gave him an electronic flute. Like this is not what we asked for, cuz. It's not what we asked for, cuz.
Let's see, you and Andre been playing games.
Oh,
But
he played in the world's face crazy with that album.
that shit was so funny, bro. Like I think I even gave you like one spin. I'm like, maybe I need to be spoken on something to like catch the vibe. I can't catch it right now
Like,
because I was
bro,
looking for
like
bars.
that's what everybody went to that album looking for. And like the moment you seen the
Uh,
the name of the first song is I swear I really wanted to make a rap album, but this is literally the way the wind blew me this time. That's the name of the first track. He played in your face so fucking crazy. Like
that's yeah, man. Like who the hell shows up to the booth like that? Just decide, you know what? Let me go back out to the car real quick, man. Let me grab my little electronic flute and just throw him a curveball. I know what I promised, you know. But and I remember like people try to like get on Drake for that because he had the like the EDM joint. You know what I'm saying? And I think
oh,
what was it called? Honestly, Never
honestly,
Mind.
never
I think was
mind.
it. Mm-hmm.
Say what they want. The album itself, and I'm a Drake fan, but it had like 3 to 5 motherfuckers on there. I'd be like, I can fuck with this.
And if I'm on
It still had like
vacation,
three
you
to
know what I'm
five.
saying?
It still
Yeah.
had like 3 to 5. I was like, oh, I can fuck with this.
Mm-hmm.
Not the whole album. It was like
Not. Yeah.
three easy
Mm-hmm.
ones. And I'm not even talking Jimmy Crooks. So
Mm-hmm. Still one of my favorites, but yeah.
like Jimmy is cool. Like that was the most like Drake and
Savage.
21 like thing. So I get it, but like
Yeah.
Texaco Green, Currents, uh Massive,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's sticky because you know how sticky it get. Yeah, like
Right.
so I just gave you 5. That's like it's like 3 to 5. That I'm like, I'll leave Jimmy off that because like Jimmy, I was like, was it a great album? No,
Mm-hmm.
but it just I'm gonna do what the fuck I want. But it still was music that you can
Mm-hmm.
listen to. It's digestible because someone was like, oh no, this could be played in Macy's. Like this beat.
Oh yeah.
Another one like, oh, this could be played on fashion in Paris Fashion Week runway.
That's what I said. Like, I mean,
Like
if I'm on a cruise, bro, like I got a couple of drinks in me. I might be out there on the deck. You know what I'm saying? Get my, get jiggy with it.
key. He's calling my name.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I mean, it's vibe music. It might not be for like everyday struggle here in the trenches, but it fits a certain time. And again, that is attributed to an artist's like diversity. Can they get outside of their lane and do different things? You know what I'm saying?
No,
And that,
bro. No. Because when you do that and you Canadian, you a culture vulture. Nigga, fuck out of here.
but you could get heralded as a goat when you out here talking about what that skit say back then, the Paul Rosenthal skit. I want to roll on dubs. I want to kill like rape my dog. I don't want to kill my mom. I want to roll on dubs. I want to rock Prada. And who the fuck is this bizarre guy?
Like,
Do
it's crazy.
you need a CAT
Like,
scan?
like to
Like,
say that a nigga
oh,
got to go to Atlanta to get his lingo up, but then you pop on an Atlanta artist and producer's track to spark the beef is crazy. It's crazy.
bruh,
But
bruh,
hey, that's 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 the goat.
hell no.
It's the goat.
Nah.
Y'all got it.
Yeah. Hey, he's somebody's goat, just like that guy in office right now, somebody's president. Another subject for another
Hey,
day.
hey, hey.
I couldn't, man. $4 a gallon, man. Fuck all that. You know, fix this shit. But nonetheless, y'all, we are going to get ready to hit the final run and bring us to the end of the line with the podcast, man. We appreciate everybody tapping and tuning in as always, man. We delivered our crisp takes on these subjects. Again, quick summary. Make sure y'all start putting some more respect on Darius Acuff's name. Flag football, definitely gonna be a thing of the future. And know your history before you start talking about classic albums. You know what I'm saying? So,
Real quick.
yo,
Album wise, like what's one of your favorite? Just because you talk, what is the classic? What give me what one of your top like classic album? Like when you think of a classic album, what for you?
oh,
What do you think of?
Jay-Z Black Album. Um, 50 Cent Get Rich or Die Trying.
Yep, that's mine. Like when I think of a
That
classic
one's
album,
probably the
Get Rich
but
or Die Trying is like at the top to me
but
for
here's
me.
the kicker though. I still put an asterisk by that because that was, even though that was a classic album at the time, but if you know your history with 50, it was really kind of a mixtape of a bunch of tracks that led into that point. There was maybe about like 5 or 6 that was recorded within the production of that album. That was kind of like his greatest hits, all kind of glued together one hell. Life's on the line. You could hear him spitting on that before he got shot 9 times. You could hear him talking clear as day on there. So. But it's definitely there. You know what I mean? Like at the time, like it was definitely it's got zero skips, had a hell of a lot of impact, killed a couple of careers. You know what I'm saying? Like had us fighting in the club. What up, blood? What up, good? Uh, PIMP. 21 questions for the ladies. It was
As
balanced.
I
It was
impatiently wait
diverse.
for a track to explode on.
Patiently, oh, bruh, hey, before football games, my boy, hey, that and heat, hey, you know what I'm saying? We catch you, know what I'm saying? We gonna tighten his ass up. I'm getting another cut. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, Wankster, people was calling people Wanksters left and right for a hot second. That album,
But
it's
you ain't
probably
never
the
pop
blueprint for a
nut.
classic.
Cause right now I'm on the edge, but don't push me.
I need you to care
Yep,
for, and then of
that's
course, how can we forget Many Men? Like that track alone, like,
many
it,
men
and I ain't
wish
gonna,
death upon me.
and that's what pisses me off with 52, bro. Like I thought we was done, bro, but like that's what pisses me off with 50. I know what he capable of, man, but he just ain't put up enough music through the years, man. You know,
Not like that.
not like that. No,
Not like that. That album is
cause I gotta admit that album set the bar so fucking high. There was a reason why a lot of us was
I was
kind
a
of like,
kid. I was a kid and knew he could never top this.
oh yeah,
There
we
was
knew
no
that.
topping that.
We knew that.
He set the bar too
Too
fucking
fucking
high.
high. No. That's what I said. Like when the massacre came out, you know what I'm saying? It started off dope. I was like, okay, niggas really face up at me. On some real shit, son, they don't want to be. And then I dig it to the king. I'm like, oh man,
Yeah,
bro.
and money.
Mm,
Look,
mm,
look.
mm.
This is my issue. So Wayne, for me,
Wayne.
for me,
Carter too.
right? He's in that upper echelon, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I struggle to keep him there because that back nine is a lot different from that front nine. And that back nine is garbage. And
Which
I'm personally mixtape Wayne. I'm talking drought.
I was just going to
I'm
say that.
talking
Yep.
dedication.
Dedication, squads.
Back on my greasy.
Mm-hmm. Sorry
Like
for the wait. Yeah, like.
no ceilings. That got
Mm-hmm.
me through freshman year of college. Like I'm mixtape Wayne over album Wayne. And
Shit, I'm about to go listen to
like
Devastation right
to,
now. Fuck
to,
you mean?
to me, the ascent to 2009 was this, and then after No Ceilings, it was a steep fucking decline after No Ceilings, and yeah, so I'm mixtape Wayne. So mixtape Wayne makes me put him in that upper echelon. It's not the
Mm-hmm.
albums. It's not the albums
Oh
from
no,
Wayne,
without
bro.
question.
It's not the albums.
Nah, like and it what got me with Wayne was always like again, you'll get all this hype for those mixtapes and then you just get these overly commercialized, like auto tuned, just nah man, like Lollipop. Ugh.
Lollipop is cool. Like, nah, Lollipop did what it's supposed to do, bro. I ain't gonna let you
Yeah,
hit on
but
Lollipop. Like,
eh.
you go to a club. Lollipop did
Oh,
exactly
it
what
was hit. Don't get me wrong, it was hit in the club, bro.
Lollipop did exactly what it was supposed to do.
Oh,
That
no
was not
doubt.
meant for us to act like a thug to. That shit did exactly what it was supposed to do. Like,
Yeah.
nah,
But
I ain't
like
gonna let
just
you.
with all the, I mean, don't get the bro like that era alone, like with all like the features and just.
I ain't gonna let you do that, dog.
But I hate to say this though. It was the beginning of the. I'm not saying it was trash, but it was the beginning of the end because that's when the lean started taking over and started the
Or
ascent.
what was it? Can you say it was what was it? 5,000 degrees when he went through the whole rhyme book and stopped writing.
Mm-hmm. Pretty
So,
much. Pretty much.
yep. But hey, I digress.
Oh
I
man, we're going to
digress.
spend a block on Wayne for sure one of these days. But be sure to chime in at some point, man. And if y'all do, get a chance, like get ready to check out the pods. Obviously, the full episodes will be on YouTube and Facebook for a hot second. But now all of our episodes can definitely be found in full on YouTube and in the Twitch universe as well. Always be sure to go back and listen, drop your takes, and be sure to follow, and subscribe to your boys. You can always find the Crisp Logic podcast on all social media outlets as well. If you are an expert, aka Twitter. We definitely needed, somebody's help with promoting and putting out content there. So then we are definitely looking for assistance in the production department as well. And also, man, if you you feel like you need to chime in and bring some of that smoke here, I was expecting some people to show up on this music joint, but I'll put out some clips here and see where y'all land at on this. But and
TikTok gonna take it over.
oh yeah, TikTok, yeah, oh boy, we've been making quite the group of friends on TikTok, bro.
I would say this though. My Ben Roethlisberger take really
Woo!
shows the character of some people. There are some
Bruh.
sick motherfuckers in this world.
Sick. 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 And if you don't know, check out our page on TikTok and look for the one. It's still doing numbers. But boy, man, doubles it by fact, it went right back to what we talked about in that clip. The double standard. Just bro. Selective enforcement when it comes to some people. There's definitely some sick bastards out there. I'm like, y'all
I
getting
don't
mad
care.
for us telling the
I don't
truth.
care. I don't care how bad you. What do he do? He can. I see him do no wrong in my book.
Okay.
What?
Clownhead podcast. I'm like, oh, okay. You mad, bro?
They need to make podcast equipment more expensive.
And that
Why
shit's
would that
so
stop
dumb.
me? Why would that
Right.
stop me?
Like, that's fine, bro. Like, y'all ain't gonna be happy until I start coming at y'all, from the phone, while I'm traveling with it. But I digress, man. I
Hey
do
man,
love the growth. I do love the growth in the
My
process.
content doing what it's supposed to do, getting this attention. It's it's meant to push the envelope. Think people don't think, so it is what it is. Like the the logic is there with pretty much every one of my takes, and the fact that you just not there along for the ride, the fact that I called Bo Nix a fucking a Super Bowl caliber quarterback, but y'all just heard Trent Dilfer and was like, ah, Trent Dilfer, this man, that's call that motherfucker champion. Like that's because even with my Eli thing, I gotta call that motherfucker champion. Do I
Still
think
got
he's
to.
personally a Hall of Famer off of his regular season? No, but that motherfucker is still 2-time champion. I just don't think
No,
that's enough being a 50% career winner.
no, no
So
doubt
hey,
about it.
and guess what? The voters have been saying the same shit because he's not in. Just saying.
Still ain't got that call.
No, they don't do the call. He ain't got that
Oh, my bad. The knock.
knock. He ain't got the knock.
Yep. I wonder if he's
Yeah.
actually like stayed in the hotel and got the knock. You know what I'm saying? Like,
They still do that from time to
okay,
time. From time to time.
I'm staying at
So
the hotel just in case.
no,
Damn.
they invite people in, and then it's got to be distraught for you. They invite you in, and you don't get the knock. You just got to go home without. Shit's weird a little bit, but yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, bro, like what? Just sitting there in suspense. I'd be pissed. But you know. But like Zay said, man, we definitely got a lot more like special content, man. The road to 100 episodes still continues, and again, be sure to check us out here, man. We will be doing a special collaboration. We'll get more information out there as soon as possible for this upcoming Tuesday night at about around 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be joining Sneaky G Man to debate the subject we just referenced on whether Eli Manning is a Hall of Famer or not. So this is it, y'all. This is the genesis of the next chapter of the Chris Logic podcast. We appreciate everybody's contributions, chiming in and bringing that energy as well. But Zay, you got any words for the folks before we shut it down?
Hey, as always, continue to support. Come along for the ride. Like you said, we are on the Sneaky G podcast. It's upcoming Tuesday, the 31st. Be there. We will share that information out. Continue to rock with us as we rock with you guys. Continue the growth. I think the growth should be great this year. Um, like I said, got some few things coming down the works. May even embarked on a little bit something extra I haven't even told Frost about.
Oh
Little
shit.
opportunity we might have. So
Oh shit.
we go see. We talked about bringing this on the road. So let's see what I can cook up a little bit. So, but yeah, we got some good things coming this year, and yeah, be on the lookout because it should be a good year for content for coming from us. So continue to rock with us. We love you guys. Continue to support all the faithful uh, watchers, listeners, commenters. We appreciate y'all from the bottom of my heart. I'm pretty sure from the bottom of Frost's heart as well. And we appreciate you guys. Without you guys, we don't know where it would be. So we appreciate it.
I know where we'd be, bro. Still debating and burning up all this energy with the Twitter fingers and the pointless conversations and the group chats and all that. But as the man said, we thank y'all for your love and support, man. Be sure to check us out this Tuesday, and obviously we will holler at y'all next Thursday at 7 p.m. sharp with another fresh episode of the Chris Logic Podcast. Y'all be easy and be safe out there. Peace.
Peace.